Look at this. On one side, Donald Trump posted today announcing the Strait of Hormuz is completely open for business. On the other side, at almost the exact same hour, Keir Starmer and Emmanuel Macron are hosting 40 countries on a video call to talk about how to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. 40 flags and 0 destroyers, and the strait is already open, thanks to Trump. That picture right there is the new world order in one frame. So today we are talking about how Iran actually folded today and what Trump's announcement really means. 2, why Europe's summit is one of the most comical diplomatic moments of the decade. 3, the numbers behind America as the world's top energy superpower. 4, what it means that the S&P 500 just hit an all-time high. And 5, why every piece of this is leverage for the meeting that is coming with Xi Jinping. So we'll start with Iran. Earlier today, Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, went on the record and declared the Strait of Hormuz completely open for all commercial vessels. And when I say completely, I mean the language is almost embarrassing if you are Iran. It is a full capitulation. U.S. oil prices crashed 11% in minutes after that statement. The Kobeissi letter is reporting Iran has agreed to suspend its nuclear program indefinitely and will not receive any frozen funds from the United States. Trump himself confirmed that most of the main points of the deal are already finalized. And then Trump posted on Truth Social, in all caps like he does, that the Strait of Hormuz is completely open for business and full passage, but the naval blockade will remain in full force against Iran, only until the transaction with Iran is 100% complete. So let's read that carefully. The strait is open. The blockade stays. Iran folded, but Trump is keeping a hand on their throat until the ink is dry on the transaction. So that is how you close a deal when you already have every piece of leverage on the table. Now, look at what Europe did today. While all of this was happening, while Iran was folding and Trump was posting the victory lap, Keir Starmer flew into Paris to co-host with Emmanuel Macron a 40-nation virtual summit to launch something called, and I am not making this up, a Strait of Hormuz Maritime Freedom of Navigation Initiative. 40 nations. The one nation that actually cleared the mines, turned back the tankers, and surged traffic through the strait by 650%. The United States Navy was not invited. Trump asked Europe for help weeks ago. Europe responded by holding a meeting. And they held the meeting on the same day the problem was already solved by the Americans. Sky News posted the video of Starmer arriving in Paris. I replied with 2 words. Bit late in it. So to me, this looks like the new Europe. 40 flags, 0 destroyers, a summit for a problem that was resolved before the coffee was even poured. If you want a single image that captures why Europe is fading from the world stage, this is it. They are not leading. They are just telling a story, narrating. So step back and look at why Trump has all of this leverage in the first place. The numbers came out this week, and they are stunning. The United States is now the world's top energy superpower. Number 1 in oil production at 13.6 million barrels per day. Number 1 in petroleum product exports at 7.2 million barrels per day. Number 1 in crude oil exports at 5.2 million barrels per day. Number 1 in liquids production, producing more than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. Number 1 in natural gas, producing more than Russia, Iran, and China combined. And number 1 in nuclear energy with about 30% of global nuclear generation. Those numbers describe a country that sets the table and decides who eats. When you produce more oil than Saudi Arabia and Russia put together, you do not negotiate from weakness. You tell the Iranians the strait will be open. You tell the Europeans they are welcome to observe. And you tell the markets to brace for impact. So energy dominance is how you project power without firing a shot. And Trump has spent every week of this administration building exactly that. Which brings us to the stock market. The S&P 500 is sitting at an all-time high right now, and it is happening because of Trump's moves, not in spite of them. So think about what the market has absorbed in the last 2 weeks. A shooting war with Iran, American bombers over Isfahan, a naval blockade in the Gulf, oil spiking and then crashing 11% in minutes. If you had told any Wall Street analyst back in January that the US would carry out a military strike on Iranian nuclear sites and the S&P 500 would close at record highs by April, they would have laughed you out of the room. And yet, here we are. The market, which is the coldest and most honest judge of policy there is voting with trillions of dollars that this administration knows what it is doing. Markets do not care about your feelings. Markets do not care about partisan talking points. Markets price in reality. And reality right now is a peace deal with Iran, a reopened strait, crashing oil prices, and an energy superpower running at full output. The market is telling you the truth that the legacy media will not. Now, bring it all together, because cable news is not connecting these dots. Every single move you have just seen is not the end game. Every single move is leverage for the meeting that is coming with Xi Jinping. Think about what Xi is watching from Beijing right now. He watched Panama pushed out of the Belt and Road. He watched Venezuela cut off from cheap oil to China. He watched the United States sign a major defense cooperation agreement with Indonesia, which gives America operational influence over the Strait of Malacca, where 40% of global trade passes. He watched the U.S. deepen defense ties with the Philippines, which gives America 2 more choke points between China and the Pacific. And now today, he has watched Iran, which was his main source of cheap discounted oil, fold completely to the American president. So China imports most of its oil by sea. The United States, combined with its partners, now has operational presence at the 3 biggest choke points that feed those tankers: Hormuz, Malacca, and the Luzon Strait. That is checkmate in slow motion. So when Trump sits across from Xi in the coming weeks, Xi knows that America can, if it wants, squeeze up to 80% of China's sea route oil imports. In a negotiation like that, Xi is not the one holding the cards. She is the one calculating which concessions to give first. Iran was just the warm-up. So if you want my deeper analysis on geopolitics and markets, go check my new blog, The Power Pundit. I can say things there that I am not allowed to say anywhere else. Link in the description. And share this video with your family and friends so they know what's really going on. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm The Power Pundit. Much love and bliss.